on the buzzer. We're just days away from the big game, which means you're running out of time to plan your Super Bowl party for this weekend.
And because of inflation, yep, you're going to pay about 12% more for your Super Bowl goods this year. Joining us now to talk about the eye-popping increases for some of those goods is Dallin Hatch with the company Pattern, which is an e-commerce accelerator. So Dallin, we're going to start with the bad news and with the good news, but break down some of the biggest increases for some of these snacks that we're going to see on Sunday, and what else outside of food is going to cost more.
Yeah, for anyone hosting a Super Bowl party this year, I think everyone should just expect to pay a little bit more than they did last year. As you mentioned, we're up about 12% overall on all the things that you might have in your basket of goods at checkout. But there's some things that are definitely thumbing the scales more than others. So tater tots, surprisingly, I know, are up 60% year over year. Pigs in a blanket, the kind you buy like frozen, and ready to bake, up 30%. Tortilla chips, I feel like everyone has those, right, at their Super Bowl parties. So most people will probably feel the pinch of that one at 27%. Garlic nuts. Anyway, you can see the rest of these. I mean, certainly it's not just the food items either. It's the condiments, so like mayonnaise, ranch, mustard, and ketchup. They're all up right now in price. And this is actually not just Super Bowl goods. We've actually saw several reports, not just from our company, but others, that overall, like the average price of goods in the supermarket is just up right now, more than the average inflation rate. So if you look at the overall inflation rate, for all consumer goods, it sits around 3.5% right now compared to the same time last year. So groceries are actually bucking the trend compared to other things you might be buying.
Oh, those darn tater tots going up in price. So tell us how you come up with these numbers, and do you have any advice for people trying to cut down some of these costs?
Yeah, we track consumer prices for all sorts of products online. This is mostly online prices, but this is for Amazon. So, in particular, who's buying through like Amazon Fresh or Whole Foods, right? You'd see these prices reflected there, but these are not that different from what you'd see in a brick and mortar like grocery store locally in your area, right? So yeah, there are a few things you can do to save some money this year. One is to ask other folks to defray the cost with you. Go in on that and bring one or two items on their own so you can kind of share the load a little bit. Consumers can also buy an off-brand. Maybe you don't buy the brand name, whatever, right? Maybe you go off-brand this year, or buy in bulk. Obviously, the more you buy, sometimes the cheaper it can be. And then, look for deals, deal hunt a little bit. That's another way that obviously we all typically will do this. But if you're really feeling the sting this year and need to save some on the Super Bowl party that you're hosting, like that's another way to defray those costs. I will say one thing that we see that's really interesting is that consumers tend to kind of just say for big moments like this, you know what, to heck with it. I'm gonna bite the bullet and spend what I need to spend because I want to treat myself and my friends, and we're gonna watch this game and have a great time. And so I think for most folks, like they'll probably still lean in and buy a lot of these products, but it may shift like which products they buy and how much of them and where they sort of index. And on that note, there are a few things that are actually down in price right now compared to the same time last year that would be part of a Super Bowl party potentially. So artichoke dip, randomly down 15%. Salsa, which is almost everyone's spread, right, down 7%. And then beer is down 4%. So if you kind of look around, there's a few items that are actually down in price, not just like neutral. So there are some ways to save some costs.
I'm still thinking about the tater tots being 60% more. That's crazy. So what do these numbers say about the cost to entertain, and do we expect a change throughout the year? We know this stubborn inflation has been lasting for a while now, but are things going to start to go down, do we think?
We think so. In general, things have been going down in terms of not down in price, but the rate of inflation has been decreasing. And the hope is that it returns to kind of a healthy, normal level around 2% for a given year. And since, I mentioned earlier, we're up about 3.5% year over year for all consumer goods. Like we're getting close. The wild thing is that groceries, for whatever reason, right now in this month, we are up quite a bit. And usually when that happens, there's one of about 4 or 5 things in play. One is increased cost of raw materials, increased cost of labor and manufacturing, the increased cost of shipping and warehousing. Low inventory levels can also impact it. I think all of us saw last year, when there was like a run on eggs, for example, the prices went through the roof, right? That can impact it. And then, other factors might be in play too, like, just a supply chain disruption. So, all those things could be in play here. Usually they are when we see universally most products in a given category up in price.
Well, I do hope these prices do trend downward for the rest of the year. And I have to ask, What is your favorite Super Bowl snack or food, Dallin?
It's not tater tots, thankfully. Although I do love tater tots.
I do too.
Man, on the spot. You know, I saw those pigs in the blanket, and for whatever reason, they're speaking to me right now. It's kind of rainy where I am, and it feels kind of like, so I don't know, like comfort food. So I'll say that for today, but we'll see what I'm feeling like, this coming
I
weekend.
think that's one of those that a lot of people forget about. And when I saw that on the list, I was like, oh yeah, I remember those. Those are popular for a little snack. Why not?
That does
Little
sound good.
Smokies or some sort
Right.
of, yeah, something like that.
Are you going
Yeah.
for the Chiefs or the Niners this weekend?
Taylor. I'm just kidding.
Ah.
You know, I think the Niners will probably pull it off in the second half. They seem to do that a lot this year, so I'm kind of thinking that might be the trend this year. Though I don't have a horse in the race, so I'll just have a good time.
Yeah, we don't.
All
we don't
right.
either.
I like that he said Taylor first. That was funny. Thank you
yeah.
so much for joining us on Arc Seattle. That was really informative.
Good to see you, Dallin. Thank you.
You too. Take care.
All right, yeah, everything's costing more, right?
Everything's costing more. And that brings us to our poll question this morning.
Of course.
Scan the
Thank you
QR
for having me.
code.
See ya.
Bye. Scan the QR code on your screen to weigh in. We're asking, what are your plans for the Super Bowl? So 18% of you say you're attending or hosting a party. 68%